So, what do you think about a show like Lower Decks, and what do you think can add to the sprawling Star Trek canon? Yolanda, let's start with you.
I was never really into Star Trek. I've watched a few of the movies, but I think this might be the show that would get me into it, because if it's funny, like, I don't know if you guys have seen Avenue 5 yet, the space travel show on Netflix. Yeah, that was funny. So this one, it's new, it'll be fresh, and it'll probably allow me to enter the world with less stress. Like, I don't need to know everybody immediately, you know? So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think it looks super fun. It looks hilarious. It does kind of seem like it has that Rick and Morty flavor, but without being Rick and Morty Star Trek. It doesn't really seem to be that kind of a one-to-one, which is great. 2 out of the 5 writers are women, which is very cool for something like this. And I recently wrote a Star Trek comic, and it was about the first female red shirt, because I find that, like, sort of, thanks, Dan. I find that sort of look into, like, okay, well, like Kirk or, you know, while these guys are doing their thing, like, what's everybody else doing? Really, really fascinating. And that seems to be the core, like, premise of this show. And apparently the Roddenberry and co were, like, sold, and Katzenberg were sold on it by the, like, passion that the creators had for the Star Trek universe. So I think that I think it's going to be good. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good.
I will say, I have friends who know Mike McMahon personally, and he is a diehard Star Trek guy. Like, that was probably the only thing that could have lured him away from a show like Rick and Morty. So knowing that someone has that level of just, like, passion flowing through their veins for a show like this, and is able to then rip it to shreds lovingly by, like, putting it through the filter of comedy, I'm very excited to see something like that. Chris, what about you?
Yeah, I'm super excited about this. I love it when shows that have a long legacy kind of show that they're willing to be really self-aware and poke fun at themselves. This actually really reminds me of anime, actually, where there are a lot of animes nowadays that do have comedy spin-offs, like the Melancholy of Haruhi-chan, which is a more chibi version of that anime, and also Attack on Titan Junior High, which is taking a really bloody story and putting them in a junior high setting. And but even something like Harley Quinn show on the animated Harley Quinn show, you know, like I think it really showed, like, a level of self-awareness that really I haven't seen from the Batman universe before, personally.